Whenever the consumers are expecting a product from the market, so they want to study what exactly they are expecting, how they are motivating towards purchasing any specific product or service. Okay, either they are motivating from the colleague, either they are motivating from social media or internet. Okay, as a businessman, they want to identify, because we are not talking only one set of consumer. There are different types of consumers we are finding. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 2, Section 1, first semester BCom Principles of Marketing. The chapter name is Consumer Behavior and Market Segmentation. So today my agenda, so you will get to know the meaning of consumer behavior. There is standard definition according to your syllabus, and what are the characteristic or features of consumer behavior, and the consumer nature of consumer behavior. We will study the nature of consumer behavior and importance of consumer behavior, why it is very important as a businessman, and what are the major factors influencing consumer behavior. Okay, and the last one, the consumer buying decisions making process. Okay, so moving forward, so you want to get the difference between the customers and the consumer. The customer maybe either your individuals, okay, so they are not going for the real consumption, but in case of consumers, so they are trying to get a benefit or service or usage or consumption. So the customer is always go for reselling. Okay, either your retailer, dealer, wholesaler, maybe your customer, but consumer always they are trying to go for consumption or usage for service. Okay, moving forward, so now we need to there are plenty of million of products are available in the market. So the consumer, how their mindset will be completely changing. Okay, so what are the decision factors will influencing? So obviously, while they are selecting a product or service, of course their buying behavior will be keep on change. So the consumer behavior, there is standard definition in the word of Angle, Blackwell and Manster. Consumer behavior is an action. Okay, why it is an action? Because if they are want to satisfy themselves to getting a product or purchasing a product, so of course there is a lot of process are involved. They want to think properly what exactly when it is required, what kind of product they want to purchase, if there is any substitute product are available. Of course it is an action. They are taking a proper action. And the decisions process of people. Okay, decisions process of people means they are not blindly purchasing the product or getting a service from the market. So what they are doing, they want to take a proper decision, either the decisions related to usage or price factor or substitute product or benefits. Okay, there are different types of characteristic or attribute or contributing for taking a proper decision. Okay, so who purchase goods or service? Okay, not only for the physical product, either you are talking related to FMCG product, FMCD product, luxury product or one-time purchasing product, okay, or service. There are different survey. So whenever the consumers are expecting a product from the market, so they want to study what exactly they are expecting. So service for the personal consumption. I just told the consumer, I am talking consumer means they are trying to go for final consumption. So how they are getting a product? Because they want to find a proper distribution channel. Okay, they want to follow retailer, or either they are going for online purchasing or physical distribution or physical retail outlet. Moving further, the nature of consumer behavior. What exactly nature of consumer behavior? Here we can focus on the complexity. Because of consumer requirement, the person to person completely their preference are changing. So obviously studying a consumer behavior is very difficult for a businessman. So that's what a complexity we are finding, because the unique consumers we are not finding. Person to person or consumer to consumer, it can be keep on change. Their preference, their wants, their habit, their culture. Okay, so because of their what and all they are expecting from the product or service, so which is behavior will be completely changed, which is completely complexity. The consumer behavior is inherent complex because it involves multiple factors that influence how individual make choice. They are not wasting having the resource like spending money for the unnecessary product. So they will find out what is a necessity, when it is necessary, what quantity they want to purchase. Either they want to purchase one time, okay, if there is any substitute product, the price related, okay, even the how they are getting influence from other people, everything are influencing. That's what studying a consumer behavior, it's a complexity. Next one, subjectivity. Okay, because subjectivity means there are plenty of product are available in the market and service also available. The consumer behavior will keep on change due to the person to person, consumer to consumer, their behavior are changed. So the subjectivity which is focusing, the consumer behavior is subjective as it vary from person to person, because the same expectation what individual person are expecting, and if you are not able to compare with other person, so their expectation also something different. Either the person is giving a priority based on the color or packaging or quality, okay, so these are person to person, okay, so we can identify the difference here. And the people have a different preference and needs and motivation. So here each and every person, they are giving a priority for the product and service, what they are expecting, when they are expecting, how much they are expecting, how many people are using their product in their family, respected family. Okay, either we are talking related to the individual people, they are ready to go for spending based on the income and quality or education's level, okay, how they are influencing. Moving to dynamic. So which is a dynamic which is not focusing only one character. Okay, so dynamic means which is going for the consumer behavior is dynamic, can change over time. Because of market change, because of market trend, there are too many products are available. If you take example, version, if you are using, if next year the version 2 are releasing, the version 1 is an outdated product. So obviously there is a changes. Okay, according to changes, the consumer also reacting like that. So obviously we need to study the always coming under the dynamic concept, because the plenty of product are offering day by day. Okay, so next one, information driven. The consumer today have a access to vast amount of information through internet and social media, because any respected product, if they are purchasing, before that they are trying to collect the data with the help of internet source, or you can take an example for social media. Okay, even the whenever you're watching a video, okay, there is a two advertises coming, skippable and the unskippable. Okay, there are too many product which is related to electronic goods, FMCG product, okay, FMCG product. So obviously they're getting a lot of information. The consumers are very difficult to take a proper decision. Okay, so that is a information where they are gathering, it's very important. And emotional and rational, it is very important for factors like when the consumer decisions are blend of emotion and rationality, so they are influencing emotionally, at the time of purchasing a product. And next one, importance of consumer behavior. Why as a businessman organization they want to study the consumer behavior, okay, before producing a product? We are standing in the modern marketing, of course we need to focus what consumers are expecting. Okay, now the product development. If you take any example of any company, they are not blindly producing the product. Okay, they want to go for with the help of research, they are gathering information, what kind of product are available in the market, how I can add more benefit for my product, so that I can capture the market share from the consumer market. So obviously the product development, at the time of developing a product, you need to gather all information which is related to your competitor, substitute product, what is the price, how they are approaching, how consumers are attracting, either they are showing interest for the quality or packaging or design. So everything is a matter. Understanding consumer behavior help business develop product and survey. You need to understand the consumer. Unless you're not understanding the consumer perception, of course the businessman, if they want to develop any product offering a service to the consumer, they want to study the consumer, what they're expecting. Okay, so obviously at the time of developing a new product, we need to gather all the information. Means business, so they want to gather all information. Next one, marketing strategy. So we are not coming under the segment like monopoly. In the perfect competition, competition. Obviously, we need to study who and all competitors are offering a similar product, how they are approaching the product, how I can create a marketing plan so that I can expect more and more consumer. Your marketing strategy, consumer behavior insight to inform marketing strategy. We need to develop such a marketing strategy so that we can capture majority of consumer. So at the time of promoting your product, what kind of promotional tools you are adapting, how you can capture the consumer data. Okay, so next one, consumer retention is very important. So any business consumer is acting like a king. So the consumer easily we can get, easily we can lose. Why we are losing? Because we are not satisfying them. Okay, so if the consumers are satisfied, of course they are loyal consumers for me. So consumer retention means again and again they are purchasing. The consumer, which is always coming under knowing why consumer choose a certain product and service. We need to study thoroughly the consumer, why they are purchasing a particular brand, particular product, or getting a service continuously. The purchasing, the fast purchasing history, if their database, whatever it is stored, so which is very, very useful for taking a proper decision. Okay, so the next one, competitive advantages. So unless you're not studying the consumer behavior, it is very difficult to compete with the competitors. Obviously, we need to sustain for long period the competition we need to face. Okay, so the business that deeply understanding consumer behavior gain a competitive edge. So because I told the consumer now, when we are focusing a modern marketing approach, of course the consumers are very, very important. So when we need to go for competitive advantages, we have to study those who product are available, existing competitors are offering a similar product, how I can modify my product, adding too many benefits, offering a price discount, and how I can attract more consumer. So these things which is coming under the competitive strategy inside. Next to innovation. Okay, almost all the consumers are expecting nowadays a creation, innovation. Okay, so what and all very innovative product you are developed. So how you are approaching, okay, how you are spreading the message. Okay, and now the consumer behavior inside can drive innovation. The consumer always going for innovative product. So we need to design based on the design, based on the packaging, based on the attraction, based on the service. Okay, so features what and all we are adding for this specific product. Okay, so which is coming under the innovations. Moving forward for the next topic. And what are the major factors influencing consumer behavior, or we can call it as the factors governing for consumer behavior. Okay, so there are the consumers are how they are behaving based on the what factors are influencing. Okay, so we need to, as a businessman, they want to study perfectly. So here the first one, a psychological factor. So the consumer psychology, it's completely we need to study as a businessman, as an organization. They want to study with the help of a research team. Okay, so if they are trying to study the concept like psychological factor, under psychological factor, the consumers to consumer, their psychology is completely different. So what and all coming under the psychological factor, that is motivation. How they are motivating towards purchasing any specific product or service. Okay, either they are motivating from the colleague, either they are motivating from social media or internet. Okay, so how they are motivating to purchase the product. So we need to study the motivation and perception. How a specific product or service, how it is sitting in the mind of consumer so that they can purchase. Okay, so obviously the perception is playing also, it's very important. The consumer perception and preference which is coming under the psychological factor, because person to person their perception are completely different. And next one, learning. Few information they're getting from the learning source. Okay, either learning through different channel or different mode of learning. Obviously, they will get to know the product, what exactly, when it is required, why it is usage, everything. And next one, Attitude and beliefs is very important under psychology. Okay, either if they are using for the first time, their attitude, how they are spreading a message, how they are behaving. Okay, the belief, how they are, any people, any consumers are they are try to purchase based on the attitude. So obviously, which is a positive attitude, negative attitude, or neutral attitude, we need to study the attitude towards my product or service, whatever I am offering. And moving to the social factor, under society, when we are talking related to social factor, obviously the social factor also influencing for the consumer at the time of purchasing any specific product or service. Now under family, okay, now family, according to a family requirement or family members, we can say, okay, so which is we are expecting from the society. Obviously we are the family members, how they are influencing. And next one, reference group. Either your reference group can be your colleague, classmate, okay, co-workers, or friend circle. Okay, these people, they are referring at the time of purchasing a product. If I don't have any idea about the any electronic good, okay, so I will get opinion from those who are well familiar. Okay, next one, role and status. How, where exactly you are standing in the society, what is your role based on the designation, okay, based on the status, which is very important. So as a normal people, either they can go for loose material. If the well qualified and highly esteemed person, they are not going for the loose material. Okay, so they are trying to go for always branded. Okay, so here the where exactly you are standing, what is your designation, what is the status in society, that is also matter for taking a purchase decision. And moving to the cultural factor, under cultural factor, there are different state having a different culture. Okay, the nation wise, if you take world wise, if you take okay, city wise, state wise. Okay, so obviously the culture factor also very influencing for the at the time of purchasing a product. Under culture, there are different types of culture we are finding in the society. According to culture, they are trying to give a priority for the product and service. And next one, subculture. Again, under culture only we are finding a subculture, which is also major influencing for at the time of purchasing a product. And next one, social class. Obviously the social class, either you are going for the esteem rich, or there are different category of social class, so we need to identify based on the social class also they are showing an interest to purchasing a product or okay, service. Next one, personal factor. We call it as a demographical factor also. Here, age is very important. There are too many products is offered based on the age factor. Okay, either which is starting from 0 to 18 or 19 to 45. So there are different different classification of age group. Okay, that is also if you take best example, the walking stick, the priority will be always we are expecting almost a senior citizen. There is only the age factors are limiting based on the senior age. And the income level, what is the income, if there is any disposable income, okay, where how much source they are generating income, how they are ready to spend based on the income. So obviously the income factor also very important. And occupation, what kind of occupation so they are doing. Okay, so there are different occupations we are finding. Okay, so based on their occupation, so the decisions also depending. Yeah. And next one, lifestyle. What types of lifestyle they are leading in the society. The lifestyle which is also very influencing for taking a proper purchasing decision. Now, economical factor. Now, it is very important, nation to nation, their income level, okay, if you are talking related to GDP, economically sound, of course, developed country, underdeveloped country. So here the personal income, obviously, if the person, okay, in the family, everybody is earning, okay, obviously there is an income, the family income is more. And the person to person, their income level also keep on varied, we need to study. And family income, just now I told the complete only one person are earning. So income source is generated only one person. If the whole family are earning, means there is actually family income. Okay, there are different source of income. And next one, consumer credit, which is also very important. Most of the examples like a consumer durability product. So almost all the consumers are expecting a credit facility, installment, tire system, okay, like this. And the lifestyles also, it's very important. And the saving, okay, they are majorly committing for the primary expenditure and secondary expenditure. Then also they have a surplus, they are trying to go for saving, okay. So this is also very important. Moving forward, for consumer buying decisions making process, which is very, very important expected question, okay. So here at the time of consumer buying decisions making process, how it is person to person or consumer to consumer, obviously, which is completely depending. We need to, as a businessman, we need to go for the following this certain process here. The first, marketing people need to understand the process that their customers go through when making a decision. At the time of purchasing a product or getting a service from the market, so they are trying to go for certain process for evaluating, okay. Obviously, marketers, they want to identify what is the first process. I cannot directly go for final process, so which is followed by the proper sequence here. The consumer decision making process involve series of related and subsequent stage of activity. There are too many sequence we need to follow here, exactly where it is starting, how the consumers are thinking, what is the main source for searching the information, everything. The process began with the discovery and recognition of unsatisfied needs and want. The consumers always giving a priority for the routine basis or very rarely they are purchasing. They want to discover the problem. The information is required. Before that, they want to identify what is my unsatisfied need and want, so that if I try to purchase, I can satisfy myself. So like that, the consumer, the company also want to think here. So under consumer buying decisions making process, the first one, need recognition. We have identified there are different types of needs. The basic needs we know, social needs, emotional needs, psychology need, okay. As a businessman, they want to identify, because we are not talking only one set of consumer. There are different types of consumers we are finding. So all together we are finding a best information here. So first one, what exactly need, okay, the need recognition. If you are feeling thirsty, okay, obviously the people, the consumer are giving a priority for drinking a water, which is a basic needs, okay. So the instead of drinking a water, if they are trying to give a priority for Coke or 7-Up, okay, obviously which can be converting into wants. So that's what we need to identify the what exactly when it is okay, needs are fulfilled. So once you identify the need recognition, the related product what you are selecting, the all the information you are searching, where exactly what information towards the quality product, where it is available, how many substitute product are offering a same product, not only product, even service also, okay. So all the information the consumer are try to search, okay. So this is your process too. Next one, evaluation of alternative. So once your need is identified, the related need, how you can fulfill, because of your information, you are start collecting the information. Once your information you collected, now you got a number of alternative. So now you need to do for evaluation alternative, okay. So each and every alternative product, what and all it's available, we need to evaluate based on the service, based on the quality, based on the packaging, based on the cost, okay. So everything which is evaluated. Now, once you evaluated, moving to the purchase decision. Now, for example, 3 alternative evaluated. The first alternative we got around 10% satisfaction. The second alternative we got 30% satisfaction. Fourth alternative product we got 70%. So we are trying to choose for 70% to satisfy. The consumers are satisfied. So that's why now they are trying to select to go for purchasing a product or getting service. So which is the purchase decision is finally confirmed. Now, after purchasing your product, the consumers are really getting a benefit, okay. After getting, we are major 2 questions are arising. If the consumers are satisfied or not satisfied or average. So we will get to know post-purchase behavior. So that's what the CRM is playing a very important role. Customer relationship management, they are, whenever the consumers are facing a problem towards the product or service offered by the company, okay. So we will get to know how, if they are really satisfied, of course they can be a loyal customer for me. If they're really satisfied, they can be a retain my company product. They are purchasing frequently. So post behavior, purchasing behavior also very important for the company. If there is any modification, it's required based on the data what you collected post purchasing behavior. So obviously the company having options to go for modify or developing a much better. Keep on watch for next section. Thank you.